I got some more good news for you. You don't have one brain, you got two. You have a lower brain, it's the reptilian brain, which is literally lower down in your head. It's a part of the brain that you share with, you guessed it, reptiles. And then we have a higher brain, that's literally high up in our head. And this is known as the prefrontal neocortex. And this is the most evolved part of the brain. This is where creativity resides, morality, analysis, thoughtfulness, reflection. Now, when you're highly stressed, what happens is you activate the part of the brain called the amygdala, which is in the reptilian brain. And the amygdala produces that fight or flight response to danger. Now, for our caveman ancestors, danger was a real threat, which meant that they needed to literally fight or flight. But in modern society, you can't fight your client over the head with a laptop computer or flight home in tears. So what do? We freeze. The adrenaline stays in our body. We get more and more and more distressed, activating that reptilian brain. And what happens is we actually metaphorically decapitate our brains. We lose our higher brain. And that's why when you're very distressed or you're feeling impulsive and you make the wrong decision, it's because you don't have your higher brain in play. And so that's why you make an inferior decision. So what can you do when you're feeling really stressed? I know you guys never feel stressed. Planet Bit Food, it's completely a stress-free environment. It's in fact a little bit too relaxed here. And I know. But just on those odd occasions, those rare occasions when it happens, get physical. Get physical, guys. Office romance is probably not the best way to do that. Or maybe it is. But here's what happens. When you move your body vigorously, the adrenaline, remember, adrenaline is your stress hormone, right? That activates the fight or flight response. When you move your body vigorously, the adrenaline is absorbed from the blood into the muscles. So you're actually getting it out of your blood. Because think about it, what is a workout? It's a substitute fight or flight. Now, if somebody's just insulted you, you can't get on the floor and start doing press-ups, as entertaining as that might be. But by getting into a regular exercise program, you're going to give yourself a periodic outlet for that adrenaline. Exercise is not just for your health. Let me tell you something. Exercise is one of the most powerful tools that you have for your mental health and focus. We're talking high performance today. Exercise is an essential part of it because it's really tough to perform when you don't have your prefrontal cortex. And if you're highly stressed, that's what you're compromising. Now, what else can you do in the moment if you're feeling really stressed? Down a shot. Why do we go for alcohol when we're feeling stressed? Alcohol activates GABA in the brain, which is the brain's own natural relaxant. The problem with alcohol is that it relaxes the whole brain, and that's why you often find yourself doing something that you regret the next day. And so there's a far better way to do this, and that is, guys, breathe. Yeah, breathe. And you're thinking, Justin, how did I live this long without you? But specifically, slow, deep, rhythmic, regular breathing. I want to demonstrate this for you right now. Would you please stand up? So, I want you to take in, so breathe in. When you breathe in, do you feel more stressed or relaxed? A little bit more stressed, right? When you breathe out, do you feel more stressed or relaxed? A little bit more relaxed. So there's a subtle stress response on the in-breath and a subtle relaxation response on the out-breath. So we're going to use this to our advantage because remember what we want to do. Guys, think about stress as the accelerator. You need an accelerator. Stress is not the baddie. Stress is good. If you've got no stress, you're dead or you're very fast asleep. So stress is the accelerator. You need some stress in your life. Right? It's only when you over-rev a car engine that it becomes a problem, right? So you're going to take your foot off the accelerator and put on the brake. What's the brake? The brake is what we call the relaxation response. Interestingly, sitting in front of the TV doesn't necessarily bring on the relaxation response. An hour of TV and you can actually feel more stressed afterwards because you've still got all that adrenaline in your body. So yes, exercise is one of the ways to get it out, but another way is this particular breathing technique that I'm going to share with you right now. So firstly, when we are taking a deep breath right now. Now, what we tend to do is exactly what you're doing now. When we're taking a deep breath, we raise our shoulders. That's actually stress response breathing. Think if you're running away from a lion. You want short, sharp shots of breath going into oxygen, going into your lungs so that you can run away, right? That's not the kind of breathing that we want. We want relaxation response breathing. Now, relaxation response breathing is when we use our diaphragm. The diaphragm is a muscle just below our lungs, and what happens is that it opens up when we breathe in, which slightly expands our tummy. So what's going to happen when you breathe in, your tummy's actually going to go out. Now, I know we do everything in our lives to keep our tummy in. I understand. This does not seem helpful from an aesthetic point of view. But it's very helpful from a mental health point of view. So what's going to happen is you're going to put your hand on your tummy, and when you breathe in, your tummy's actually going to go out. Think about your lungs expanding like a balloon, which slightly pushes out your internal organs, and that's what expands. So when you breathe in, tummy goes out. When you breathe out, tummy goes in, right? Now, if you don't quite get it now, that's okay. You'll do this automatically when you lie down tonight, go to sleep. This is diaphragmatic breathing. This is what we do when we go to sleep. But right now, see if you can, as you breathe in, tummy goes out. Now, we're going to breathe in for the count of 2 and out for the count of 4. Why in on 2, out on 4? Remember, relaxation response on the out breath. Think about when you sigh. That's when you relax. So we're going to extend that natural relaxation response on the out breath. So we're just going to do 3 of these breaths. So we're going to breathe in on the count of 2, and we're going to breathe out on the count of 4. But instead of counting to 4, in your own mind, you're going to use the word calm to 4 beats. So it's going to be in on 2 and out on calm. And we're using the word calm because we're actually hypnotizing ourselves. We're putting ourselves into a state of relaxation by both using the breathing technique and using that word. Because language doesn't just represent reality, it creates reality. So we're creating it. So here we go. Breathing in for the count of 2. Out on ka, in on 2. Ka, in on 2. Ka, Good. How are you feeling? That's a good sign. Excellent. Thank you very much. You can sit down. So guys, here's the amazing thing, is that 3 slow, deep, rhythmic belly breaths, and you actually see a shift of blood, glucose, nutrients, and oxygen from your reptilian brain up into your prefrontal cortex. So if you're ever feeling really distressed and you're not clear about what to do and you may be feeling a little impulsive, just slow your breathing down. And by doing these 3 breaths, you'll find yourself in a much better position to make a decision, a resourceful decision, by just taking your foot off the accelerator, applying a little bit of brake, engaging that prefrontal cortex. And that's all it takes.